Hi there, time for Mike's Morning Musings for February 10th, Tuesday, 2026. We are the place for local sports, and we have live coverage tonight. Class B Girls North prelim game between number 8 Erskine Academy, number 9 Coney. This is going to be fun. The gym out in South China at Erskine Academy is going to be absolutely packed, and it's going to be loud. The decibel levels are going to be huge. Game time, 6 o'clock. We've got it for you if you can't make it out there. Live video at Central Maine Sports. That's at Central Maine Sports on YouTube. John Coughlin joins me for the call tonight. 6 o'clock. These two teams, one matchup this year, back on January 30th, and it was an easy win for Erskine Academy, 65-42. We'll see what that means, if anything, at all. I mean, you win by 23. I think you make quite a statement, but I think it's going to be a heck of a matchup tonight. Two exciting young teams, two very good coaches in Alex Bessie for the Coney Rams and Danielle Lefferts for the Erskine Academy Eagles. All right, let's go to high school hockey. There is a weird story that came out yesterday, I believe, in the Portland Press Herald about a hockey game Saturday night between the Portland Co-op team, which is known as the Portland Beacons. They were up at Alfond Arena in Orono taking on the Old Town Orono team, who we're going to see Wednesday night here on The Score, taking on Coney. About 10 minutes into the game, bizarre, Beacons head coach, that's their nickname, the Portland Beacons, Joe Robinson, disagreed with a call by one of the referees, an interference penalty called on his team. He got really angry enough to earn a bench minor, and Old Town Orono went on a 5-on-3 power play. As the officials got ready to resume play, Robinson said, no mas, no mas, no mas, and pulled his team off the ice. His team then went to the locker room, they took off their equipment, and they went home. That was it. I'm not making this up. The game goes into the heel points as a 1-0 win for Old Town Orono. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. So the next Monday, yesterday, Robinson said in a text message that he needed to talk to South Portland Athletic Director Todd Livingston before commenting on what had happened. Okay. Speaking for the athletic directors of the 4 schools that feed players to the Beacons, Livingston, again the AD at South Portland, declined to go into specifics, and he and Portland AD Spencer Allen were gathering information. They had been in contact with the MPA, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is grounds for immediate termination. I would fire Coach Robinson immediately. I don't care what his beef was. I don't care what his disagreement was with the officials. You know, we as educators, I'm not an educator, and God, Lord knows I never would be. But educators, administrators, teachers, coaches are supposed to be adults. They are supposed to be the adults in the room. They are supposed to be the reasonable, rational ones. And Coach Robinson proved on Saturday he is incapable of being reasonable and rational. There are times in your life, and the young men who play hockey for him will have this happen to them. There are times in your life where you're going to get a bad call, and you're going to have to continue to punch through it even though you got a bad call. Bad calls happen all the time. We've all been the victim of bad calls, or what we thought were bad calls. Robinson should be gone immediately. There should be no further discussion on this issue beyond his termination and a replacement coach named. It is that simple. It is really that simple. What an absurd way to behave in front of kids. All right, today is Pitchers and Catchers Day at JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, Florida. Red Sox pitchers and catchers report today. The full team reports on February 15th. There is a new member of the Red Sox. In fact, there are several new members of the Red Sox. The key new member is Caleb Durbin, who came in third last year in the National League Rookie of the Year race. And I have to admit, I'd heard of Caleb Durbin before, but I wasn't aware that he came in third in the National League Rookie of the Year race last year. Why did they acquire him? Well, they need a third baseman, even though I think he might be better suited to play second and Marcelo Meyer play third. But he's a pretty good player. Durbin, again, third National League Rookie of the Year, last year in that race. He batted .256, not great, but a .334 on base percentage, 11 homers. He stole 18 bases. He's a solid, better than average defensive player. So I'd put him at second base. I like the trade. The Red Sox continue to make trades where they don't give up a whole lot, it seems, but yet they get some pretty decent return. So this is the case with Caleb Durbin, but there's a couple of other players in this deal that make it really interesting. One of them is a infielder catcher, believe it or not, Anthony Siegler, who, by the way, as Yogi Berra would say, is amphibious. He not only is a switch hitter, he's a switch thrower. He's also done some catching in his major league career. So they got him in the trade. Also, another infielder type in Andrew Monasterio. So the trade, really, the immediate impact of the trade is Caleb Durbin. This is not exactly the route I thought the Red Sox would take in the offseason. I had hoped that they would bring back Alex Bregman. I still don't think they have enough power in their lineup, but this is what they're going to go with. Craig Breslow is really preaching the defense and pitching and defense, and the acquisition of Caleb Durbin, who also is a guy who doesn't swing and miss much, and they need certainly more of that in this lineup that is filled with strikeouts. Anyway, that is the done deal on Pitchers and Catchers Day. Again, Erskine Academy Coney tonight at 6. John Coughlin and I have the call. I'll talk to you then.